Today we are going to be focusing this Naviance tutorial on the resume. Each year, freshman through senior year, students are given time during group guidance to work on, create, and improve their resume. Students are expected to submit an activities resume with their common application. They do this by uploading and creating a resume, which is added to the last box of the common application, which states, "Do you have any additional information to share about yourself?" The student will then take their resume from Naviance and they will save it onto their computer in a PDF, and then they will move it over to their common application. Why do the resume? Although there is a chart option available on the common application that allows you to put in several extracurricular activities that are meaningful to you, there is really not the room to give a good description of these activities, nor is there room if you have additional activities that don't fit into the resume option. There's no other place to put them. So we strongly encourage students to take the time, and we give them some of this time in group guidance, to do the resume, so that way they are really well prepared, and in senior year, by having worked on this resume in freshman, sophomore, and junior year, it is completely ready for it to go out by senior year. So you're in Naviance. This is your home page. You want to click on the About Me tab at the top. After you've clicked on the About Me tab, you'll see in the Interesting Things About Me, the resume on the left-hand side. You want to click on that. And I purposely did not create a resume for Suzanne Summers here, which is my test student, so that way you could see exactly how you go about making it. So what you want to do is you click on that down arrow, and it gives you a bunch of different areas of where you can insert your information. So for objective, it's not imperative that you fill out the objective, but sometimes I put, if someone's making a resume to find a part-time job in the summer, or if someone is making a resume just for college, I'll put, to gain admission to an institute of higher education. And then I just hit add to resume, and then it begins there. If I wanted to edit that and change it, all I would need to do is to press the pencil. If I wanted to delete it, I would press the red circle with the dash in the middle. It's supposed to be like a stop or a subtraction sign. Okay, for education, I would just type in Austin Preparatory School, and location is Reading. Degree level high school diploma, and the start date, and I get questions from this. Let's say I started here in 6th grade. Well, that's fine. Then say you started here in 6th grade. So I started in August of 2006, and I graduated in June of 2013. Okay. And you can put a description of Austin Prep in here if you want to. I'm not going to keep it simple for today. And then if you go down, there's space for work experience. So those of you that have held a part-time job, you can put work experience. And I tell students, say, well, I babysit, that doesn't count. It does count. You are a nanny. And caring for children, that's the most significant responsibility you could ever possibly have. So I'm putting, for the position title, nanny. The organization, I'm making up a last name, the Richardsons. I'll just put their town. They live in Wilmington, I'm going to say. And then your start and end date. And then average hours per week. So let's say that this is something that the student does every summer. So it's from June they've been doing it, since the summer after sophomore year, and they're going to continue doing it this summer. So I put in all those dates. And then average hours per week, I put 40 total hours. So if there's, let's just say 10 weeks each summer times 3 summers, so that's 400 hours a summer, so that's 1,200 hours. and I put 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Now this is where I'll put, I care for 3 children, ages 6, 4, and 2, full time during the summer months. And then you might also want to list any activities or other responsibilities that the family might require of you, whether it's driving them places, taking them to sports, anything like that. Then if you go, you'll see there's a separate bar for volunteer service, a separate area for extracurricular activities, awards and certificates. Book awards can go in there. Any special skills or music artistic achievement, that would be any of the plays, any of the musicals, athletic achievement. So that's where all of your sports are going to go. Your clubs are going to go under extracurricular activities. When you're adding a sport, so I'll do lacrosse, you want to make sure that you're also putting not just average hours per week. I'm just going to make up a total here. So let's say this is a total of 95 hours. You want to put descriptions, like what position did you play? Did you win any awards? Did the coach rely on you for something? Whether you had a certain responsibility at every game, or there was this particular strength you had, or a really good statistic with a high level of, assists, or whatever it might be. You want to give some description into your athletic, and the same thing goes with your drama or your arts or your music or your dance. You want to give a pretty good description of actually what you're doing so they can see the time commitment that this is requiring of you. And if you are going into college specifically for the arts, like if you want to do acting or you end up wanting to play a Division I sport, you will have a separate resume that focuses just on that particular sport or that particular form of artistic expression. The beauty about this is that it saves all of your entries, and then when you're finished in senior year, we will teach you how to print and save it. And that is all for creating your resume. Thank you.